It's a good day for some softball here at the Lady Spartans softball field. I'm Diego Mendoza, your commentator for tonight's game between the Boardman Spartans and the Manchester Panthers. Am I still alive? Run, B-Tech, run. We're broadcasting. High school. We just doing it for the high school. It's live. Is it right now? For tonight's game, it will be Gabby Safera taking the pitching role for the Boardman Spartans tonight.
It should be out.
She has a 1.24 ERA on the season and has struck out 50 so far in her last 5 appearances. is happening? For the Manchester Panthers, it will be Sage Rankin leading off the game tonight. The 0 pitch. Fouled off. Rankin so far in the last 23 plate appearances has 8 runs scored and 14 hits. She's recorded 6 RBIs and 3 triples so far this season. And that'll be called for ball. Count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. She will be called out. And it is Skylar Young up to bat second. That'll be called strike 1.
Yeah.
Young so far in 21 appearances has scored 7 runs, 6 hits on the season.
Okay, 6.
The 0-1 pitch will be called a ball. That will be 1-1. Young has recorded 3 extra base hits so far this season with 4 RBIs as well. Looking from a lot from her. The pitch will be called a ball. And the 2-1 pitch will be called a strike. And looking for a lot from Young. So far batting a 300 average. Pretty impressive. The 2-2 pitch will be swung on. That'll go deep into center field, and it is caught. And that will be the second out for the Boardman Spartans. And that'll be swung on for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on, sent straight to center field once again. It is Weimer with the catch once again for out 3. And it will be the Spartans up to bat next. Pretty quick first inning for the Boardman Spartans, with Gabby Safera getting all 3 outs, relatively easy. So Panthers certainly hoping to get some runs on and prevent runs in this inning. For the Manchester Panthers tonight, it will be Peyton Klokhenga pitching. She has a 1.40 ERA this season and has only allowed 6 runs so far in all of her appearances. I'm looking for a lot from her. especially with a 1.44 ERA. Whew. It's going to be an uphill battle for the Spartans tonight. Leading off for the Boardman Spartans tonight is Ellie Weimer. Weimer so far batting .350 this season. She's had 24 plate appearances. In those plate appearances, 8 runs, 6 hits, and 4 recorded extra bases. Looking pretty good. In the 0-0 pitch. And that will be high for ball 1. That was their first pitch. And that will be called ball 3. The 3-0 pitch will be called ball 4 for a walk for Weimer. Batting next, Michaela Rivera. She's doing pretty good so far this season. 7 recorded hits, 8 hits recorded so far in 24 plate appearances. She's driven in 7 runs and has 5 RBIs on this season. The 0 pitch will be called for strike 1. Michaela's looking pretty dangerous so far this season. Been hitting pretty well, so we're looking for a lot from her tonight. The 0-1 pitch. And it will be swung through for strike 2. 0 balls, 2 strikes so far. Kenga's ahead here, looking to probably dot a ball outside. Get Michaela swinging. And that will be called for strike 3. And that will be their first out for the Manchester Panthers.
Addie, have her back, Addie.
And it will be Addie Rudge up to bat next. She's batting .360 this season. And that will be called a strike. The tag attempt has failed. Addie Rudge, 24 plate appearances so far with 8 recorded hits and 6 RBIs. 4 triples this season, very impressive. And that pitch will be called a ball, 1-1 count. Runner still on first. The 1-1 pitch will be swung on. Bouncer to the second baseman. Thrown to first for an out. That will be out 2 with a runner on second. Next up to bat, Kenzie Churn. She's been looking pretty good this season, batting .200, 17 plate appearances. She's had 3 runs so far with 3 hits and 2 RBIs. The pitch will be called ball. Runner on second, in scoring position. The 1-0 pitch will be taken for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch will be taken for ball 2. It's in the dirt. 2-1 count. Runner on second, 2 outs. scoring position here. And the 2-1 pitch will be called for ball 3. 3-1 count. Churn working this ball, working this pitcher, getting to that base. Churn so far, no recorded steals. And that will be called for ball 4. And Churn will walk. Runners on first and second for the Spartans with 2 outs remaining.
Okay, do I get the runners?
Make it hurt, kid. Make
Up
it
to bat
hurt.
next, Jocelyn Torres. She's batting .470 so far this season. The 0-0 pitch. Swung on for strike 1. That will make the count 0-1. Torres, very impressive so far. In 31 plate appearances, she has scored 6 runs, has had 9 hits, and has had a triple. Looking pretty good so far this season. Hoping to add on to that. The pitch will be called for a ball. The count is 1-1.
You got it, Forrest. Come on, kid.
The 1-1 pitch will be called a strike. The count is 1-2. Runners on first and second for the Boardman Spartans. Lyman second has recorded a stolen base this season. So we're looking to her for sure. The 1-2 pitch will be called a ball. We're at 2-2. Runners on first and second for the Spartans. Big moment here, 2 outs, but if there's anybody I want batting, I want Torres batting, that's for sure. The 2-2 pitch will be taken. Ball 3, the count is full, 3-2. Runners on first and second for Jocelyn with 2 outs.
Anything close. Anything close, Joss.
The 3-2 pitch will be swung on, sent through the gap. Second baseman, error, sent to the pitcher. Thrown back to second base, and Weimer will be tagged for 3 outs, and the sides will switch for the second inning. Gabby Safera will be retaking the pitching position for this top of the second inning. Has been looking pretty good so far. Has allowed 9 runs, but has also gotten 50 strikeouts in her 5 appearances. Pretty quick game so far. Nothing too eventful. Spartans getting on base, but not really getting much out of it.
Go, D. Slap some leather. Let's go.
To start off this top of the second inning, it will be Chloe White batting for the Manchester Wolverines. Panthers. And that will be called for ball 1. 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch will be swung on, sent foul, and will be caught for an out. Avery Wayman now coming up to bat for the Panthers. She's doing pretty good so far this season, batting 600 and 14 at-bats, 6 runs scored and 9 hits, and that will be fouled off for strike one.
Girl, Gabby, get her swinging.
Wayman has also recorded 2 home runs so far this season, as well as a triple. Very dangerous hitter. And that will be taken. Strike 2, 0-2 count.
Put her to sleep,
1 out
Gab.
on the board for the Panthers. 0-2 pitch. Will be called for strike 3, and that will be out 2 for the Panthers. Cami Farland will be next up to bat for the Panthers. So far this season, she has recorded 4 hits, 4 runs, and an RBI. Looking pretty good. That will be taken for ball 1, 1-0 count. 1 down, 1 remaining. The 1-0 pitch will be swung on and sent foul for strike 1, 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch will be called strike 2, 1-2 count. 2 outs.
Little mustard on that hot dog.
Farland. The pitch will be swung on, sent to left field, and will be called foul. The strike remains, or it remains 1-2. 2 outs. Staying alive here, fouling it off. Looking for that pitch. The 1-2 pitch will be swung on for foul once again. Staying in the game, Farland making contact. Just looking for a pitch. Just a launch. The pitch will be swung on, sent to first base, and she will be tagged out. And that will be 3 outs for the Panthers. Bottom of the 2nd inning as the Spartans come up to bat. Peyton Clarkenga will be, once again, retaking the pitching mantle. She's been looking very good so far this season with 1.4 ERA. Only allowed 6 runs and has 10 strikeouts on the season. Very impressive. Spartans definitely have a challenge going up against Clarkenga. Some nasty stuff, that's for sure. And it will be Addie Kowalkic leading off this bottom of the 2nd inning. She's batting 230 this season. So far, 5 hits, 3 RBIs recorded at this start of the season. The 0-0 pitch will be taken. Strike 1.
You say AK?
pitch will be taken. Ball one. 1-1 count, no outs for the Spartans. Addie Kowalkic not doing too bad for herself this season. 1 run scored, and she has a triple so far in the season. 1-1 pitch will be taken for strike 2. Count was 1-2.
Protect it, Addie.
And the pitch will be called for a ball. The count is 2-2. Klockenga had a hard start in the first inning, let up a couple of runs, looking to improve on that. And the 2-2 pitch will be swung on, tipped by Klockenga, thrown to first, but it will not be in time. And Addie will be on first for a leadoff hit.
So now I'm just watching the runner. Okay.
Up to bat next, Kate Thames. She's batting .280 this season. She's had 7 plate appearances. In those 7 plate appearances, 2 hits, 4 RBIs, and 1 run. The pitch taken. Strike 1. Thrown to first, but will not get the out. Runner on first for the Spartans. No outs.
Only takes one, Kate. Only takes one.
The 0-1 pitch will be a bunt attempt. Called a strike. 0-2 count. Runner on first for Boardman. No outs in the inning.
Get a piece, Kate. Get a piece. Okay.
The pitch. High. Runner will advance to second, as it will be ball 1. 1-2 count. No outs for Boardman, and a runner on second in scoring position. The pitch swung on, sent deep center field, and it will be caught for an out. There will be no tag from second base, and that will be out 1 for the Boardman Spartans. Still have the runner on second.
Same thing, Addie. Make sure it's through.
That out will bring up Emily Swantek. She's batting .300 this season. 16 at-bats, recorded 5 hits so far, 3 runs scored, and 4 RBIs. The pitch swung through. No contact will be made. That will be strike 1. 0-1 count. Runner still on second. 1 out for the Spartans. The pitch taken. That will be strike 2. And 2 remaining
Protect it, Six.
for the
Protect it.
Panthers. The 2 pitch swung through. It'll be sent to first. She will be out, but the runner advances to third base. Up to bat next for the Spartans, Lainey Joyce. She's batting .200 so far this season. She's recorded 3 hits and an RBI so far. That will be swung on. Foul ball. The count is 0-1. Spartans 2 outs with a runner on third. Klockenga so far has allowed 3 base runners, but has not allowed a run so far. The 0-1 pitch called ball. 1 out remaining for the Panthers. Runner on third. Not a great position, but Klockenga's looking pretty good on the mound so far. Definitely able to get out of this. The 1-1 pitch will be called ball 2. 2-1 count. 2 outs. Spartans in scoring position with the runner on third. All it takes is a single here. The 2-1 pitch will be called for ball 3. 3-1 count for the Spartans.
Gotta come twice.
Chance to walk here. Another runner on base. You're hoping to score here, but certainly wouldn't take another base runner. Klockenga in a bit of a tight spot. The 3-1 pitch will be taken for ball 4, and Klockenga will walk another. Spartans with runners on first and third. And that will bring up Weimer once again.
Give her a ride. Find a hole, 4.
Weimer looking good so far. Got to second last inning. Hoping to score a runner this inning, that's for sure. The pitch. And that will be in the dirt. Ball 1. 1 remaining for the Panthers. Runners on first and third for the Spartans. Scoring position. Weimer up at the bat. The pitch will be taken for strike 1. It is 1-1 count. No attempt by their teams to steal so far. Count was 1-1. The pitch will be taken. Strike 2 called. Runner will advance to second on a steal. And that will leave the count to 1-2. 2 outs remaining for Weimer.
Come on, Ellie.
Gotta get a hit here. The pitch will be taken. It will be called ball. The count is 2-2. 2 outs. Runners on second and third now.
Bingo, buddy.
And Klockenga in a tight spot, but certainly not far away from getting out of this clean. The pitch will be taken. Called ball 3, and the count will be full for Klockenga. Scary position here. You do have 2 outs though, so certainly not impossible to get out of this. Klockenga with the pitch will be called for ball 4. And Weimer will be walked, and the bases are loaded for the Spartans. Klockenga, if not in a tight spot before, definitely in one now. And that will bring up Michaela Rivera once again. Klockenga in a tight spot. Will pitch. Swung through. That will be called strike 1. Bases are loaded. 2 outs for the Spartans, but definitely a good chance here to get some runs on the board. The 0-1 pitch will be called for strike 2. 0-2 is the count. One out remaining for the Panthers. But runners are on every single base. It is a tight spot to be in here. Michaela Rivera, definitely no slouch when it comes to hitting.
You know what's coming, don't you?
Very scary here if you're Klockenga. 0-2 count. The pitch will be swung on and sent foul. The count will remain 0-2. Bases are loaded for Rivera. 2 outs. No possibility of a slag fly.
Let's go, dude.
You need a hit here. 0-2 count. The pitch will be taken. Ball 1. 1-2 count. 2 outs. Spartans have a great chance here to score. Take the lead early in this bottom of the second inning. Klockenga with the pitch. And it will be called strike 3. Klockenga will get out of the inning with no runs scored. And the Spartans Squander an opportunity there to score. Bases were loaded. And that will take us to the top of the third inning. You know, if you're a hitter there, it's got to be hard. Bases are loaded. You do have 2 outs, but man, I would not want to be in that position. Spartans will be coming back onto the field now. Hoping to not let any runs scored. Can't let that last inning get them down. So to keep back at it. Gabby Safara taking up the mound once again.
What did you do?
Starting this top of the third inning, it will be Bailey Page batting for the Panthers. Gabby Safara still on the mound. Looked very good so far. Page looking pretty good this season. 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Swung on, that will be sent foul. 0-1 is the count.
Heat, Gabby, heat.
The 1 pitch will be in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1 is the count. Safara, 50 strikeouts recorded so far this season. She's had 5 appearances. Very impressive. And so far, we're seeing a lot of that. The pitch called strike 2. Count is 1-2.
Get in a groove,
Page
Gabby.
down in the counts here. Very disadvantageous spot to be in right now for Page.
Hit me a corner.
The pitch will be swung on, sent foul once again. And the count will remain 1-2.
Turn off the lights, 5.
I genuinely couldn't see where that ball went.
Page in a tight spot here. Panthers looking to get some hits. And it will be swung through for strike 3. Panthers getting an out there. Up to bat, Jordan Allen for the Panthers. She's looking pretty good this season. She's batting .260. She has 4 hits recorded and 5 runs scored so far. The pitch will be called for a ball. That's ball 1. Gabby Safara looking very good on the mound today. Looking for more. It's only the 3rd inning too, so hopefully a lot more of a good pitching to come. Pitch will be swung on, sent foul. That will be strike 1. Allen has recorded a double and a triple so far this season. 4 RBIs for her as well. Very impressive. The 1-1 pitch will be called for a strike. That's strike 2.
That's 2, girl.
2 outs remaining for the Spartans.
Your daughter, maybe.
And Allen, once again, in a tight spot. Panthers finding themselves in these spots quite a lot. 2 strikes, 1 ball. The pitch swung on, sent deep right field. And that will be at least a double. Throwing it. And she will stay. Allen records a double. 1 out. Great hit. Sent just far enough, get past the right fielder, and just run. Great hit.
Hey, 1 down, looking back. Let's go, D.
The next batter up, Charlie Weinbrenner. She's batting .600 so far this season. She has had 3 at-bats, recorded 2 RBIs, 2 hits. The pitch. Swung on. That will be strike 1. I mean, that was a great hit. Sent right field. No chance. Just gun it to second base. The pitch. Will be an attempted bunt. It will be sent foul, and that will be strike 2. No balls so far. Top of the 3rd inning. 1 out for the Panthers.
All you, 5, all you.
And that will be sent to second base. Running her down. And she will be called out. Called out.
Way to go, ladies. Way to go.
Allen attempted to steal. Called out. That will be out 2. Weinbrenner in a tight spot here. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Only 1 ball here. The pitch will be in the dirt for ball 2.
Relax, Gabby.
Tight spot here for the Panthers. Feels like they just keep finding themselves in these spots. Hoping for them to bounce back here. The pitch will be called again for ball. That will be ball 3, and the count is loaded. 3-2. 2 outs remaining.
Make her hit her, Gabs. No free passes.
The pitch will be called for ball 4, and that will be a walk for Weinbrenner. And it will be Sage Rankin up to bat now. 2 outs, runner on first. Allen previously attempted to steal for 3rd, got tagged out. Gabby Safaro still on the mound. The pitch. And that will be called out. Weinbrenner caught stealing. 2 attempted steals, both caught for the Panthers. And that will take us to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Eddie Rush, good arm, girl.
Uh-huh.
And it will be Clockenga taking the mound once again. Having a rough start here. Bases loaded in the 2nd inning. Managed to get out of it, but certainly a scary spot to be in if you're pitching.
You want to take it on my phone and then send it to you?
Leading off this 3rd inning will be Addie Rudge.
Okay. Wait.
Looking so good so far this start of the season. 4 triples recorded. Find that crazy. Whew. Very impressive. First pitch will be called ball.
Who's live? Okay. That's one.
The 1-0 pitch will be swung on, sent to left, but it will be called foul. Count is 1-1.
I think that was going straight up the line.
Keep it fair, Addie.
Clockenga, hard inning. Last inning. Looking to bounce back. That pitch will be swung on again, sent foul. Once again, the count is 1-2.
Same exact spot.
No outs for the Spartans.
Protected, Addie.
Game is still 0-0. No one yet to score here. The 1-2 pitch will be swung on, sent into left field. They're sizing it up. Will be caught for out 1. 2 remaining for the Panthers. Good swing there, but just couldn't get through it all the way. Couldn't send it far enough, but watch another at bat. Up to bat next, Kenzie Cherney. Once again. 1 out for the Spartans here. The pitch will be called for strike 1. The count is 0-1. 2 remaining for the Panthers. No runners on base. The pitch will be called a ball outside. Count is 1-1. Churn looking to get on base here. Get some runs for the team.
Start it up, Kenzie.
Klockenga hoping to prevent a second inning disaster. Third inning disaster. Very scary second inning. Bases loaded, managed to get out of it. Looking to not let that happen again. The pitch will be swung on. Sent foul. Count will remain 1-2.
Kenzie, don't reach.
The 1-2 pitch will be swung on. It will be called fair. And she will be going towards second. And Rudge will get on to second. 1 out for the Spartans. It'll be Jocelyn Torres coming up to bat. Runners on second for the Boardman Spartans. The pitch will be outside for ball 1. Jocelyn Torres looking so good, or looking pretty good so far this game. Done pretty well this season so far as well. That will be called ball for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch will be taken for ball 3. That is 3 balls, no strikes.
You're in the driver's seat now for. Here we go.
Klockenga found herself in this position before in the second inning. Allowed a walk. Definitely a good opportunity for the Boardman Spartans here. 3-0 pitch will be taken for ball 4. That will be a walk for Jocelyn Torres. And Klockenga now, runners on first and second in scoring position.
What do you say? Make it hurt.
Very scary here for the Panthers. And that walk will bring up Addie Kawakich once again. Runners on first and second for the Boardman Spartans. The pitch will be called strike 1. 0-1 the count. 1 out for the Spartans. If you're the Panthers here, man, last inning, got out by the skin of your teeth. Bases were loaded, and it feels like you're going back into the same position here once again. The pitch will be swung on, sent into right field, and that will be down. They're running. And 2 runners will score. And they will be called safe at the third base bag. Wow. They called her out.
She's out.
And that will be 2 runs for the Boardman Spartans. Great swing. You get out, but you got the 2 runners.
I thought she got
And the
it.
Panthers now down 2.
Like, it's hard to see off the
Last
camera
inning
because of
was
the-
scary, but you got out of it now. You're paying for it. Kate Thames up. That pitch will be called a ball, 1-0. Very scary position here for the Panthers. Down 2. Looking a little scary on the pitching so far. Pitch will be swung through. Called strike, 1-1. Pitch will be swung through. That will be sent to the third baseman. And that will be called out. 3 outs. Difficult inning for the Panthers. They give up 2, and the Spartans find themselves up at the top of the 4th inning. They will be coming back up to pitch. First inning didn't look too bad for either teams. Didn't get much done, but wasn't too bad. Second inning, Spartans get out of the inning, but Panthers, man, bases loaded, managed to get out of it. Third inning, not so lucky. Will give up 2 runs early in this softball game. They definitely have a hill to climb here. Gabby Safera looking very good so far in this game. She's only allowed a runner. Pitching very well. Panthers hoping that it changes, but it's going to take a lot here. It will be Sage Rankin up once again for the Panthers, leading off this top of the 4th inning. The pitch will be swung on, sent to right field. It will be back at the fence. Rankin rounding to third, the throw, and she will be called safe. A triple for Rankin there. Lead off triple. Panthers looking all of a sudden much, much better. Lead off triple. Runner in scoring position, no outs for the Panthers. It'll be Skylar Young up to bat. Good position for the Panthers. Runner in scoring position. First pitch is called ball. That was a great swing. Sent it to right field. Once again, over the right fielder's head. Just couldn't get there in time, and that's a triple for you. The 1-0 pitch. Called ball 2. 2-0 is the count. No outs for the Panthers so far. And a runner on third in scoring position. The pitch. Swung on. Sent to the shortstop. Thrown to first. And that will be out 1. The runner at third will not advance. Stays at third. And the Panthers 2 outs away. It will be Cassidy Perry up to bat next. Runner still in scoring position. You have an out, but anything can happen here. The pitch. Swung on. Will be called strike. 0-1 is the count. One out for the Panthers. Runner on third. Down 2, but have a good chance here. The pitch. Swung, and that will be sent foul for the second strike. Perry. 1 strike away from being out here. Runner on third. Definitely want to get that bat to the ball here. At least get a single to get that runner in. Shorten that lead a little bit. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on. Sent to left. It'll be the left fielder. And sent to second, and the Panthers will score. Spartans only lead by 1 now. It'll be Chloe White up to bat. I mean, that was a beautiful hit. You're in the batting practice. That's what you look for. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Just get that runner in, shorten that lead. Chloe White here. 1 out for the Panthers. The pitch will be taken. Strike one. Runner on first for the Panthers. You're only down one. Looks like they're kind of getting some momentum going here. The pitch. Runner going to second. Ball will be loose, and they will stay at second. The count is 1-1. 1 out for the Panthers. Runner on second now after that steal. Spartans only up by 1. Score is 2-1 here. And the Panthers looking in a better position now. By far and away. Looks like they're getting their mojo. The pitch. Swung through. Called strike. 1-2 count. Catcher hesitated there, almost threw to second, but alas, no throw. Runners will remain. Gabby Safara with the pitch. And that will be called ball. 2-2 count. Runner remains on second. Panthers, only 1 out here. And a runner in scoring position here. Very dangerous if you're the Spartans. The pitch will be swung on, sent to left field. Sizing it up, will be caught, and the runner will stay at second. That is 2 outs for the Panthers. All the runners will remain.
I was trying to get around instead of zooming out.
Out to bat, Avery Wyman. 2 outs, runner on second. Not the best position, not the worst. The pitch will be taken, ball 1. The ball will be sent back to second, but runner is safe.
She tried to steal.
Gabby Safara with a 1-0 pitch. Will be called for ball 2. Perry here threatening a steal. They've been throwing it back there pretty often. The pitch swung through. That will be strike 2. Perry, no attempt to steal. Spartans 1 out away. Pitch swung through. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for the Panthers. 2 outs also for the Panthers. And the Spartans are 1 out away from getting out of this inning. The pitch will be called for strike 3, and that will be 3 outs. The Spartans will get out of the inning relatively unscathed. They did give up a run, but still hold the lead 2-1. And that will bring out, once again, the Panthers. Klakenga coming back out to pitch. Gave up 2 runs in the third. Almost gave up runs with the bases loaded in the second, and hopefully looking to get a better inning here, bottom of the 4th. Get some momentum back. Panthers down 1. It will be Boardman batting here. Hoping to stretch that lead out a little bit. Last inning a little bit scary. Panthers managed to score 1. Leading off this bottom of the 4th inning will be Emily Swantek. Klakenga hoping to have a quick inning here. A couple of hard innings. Hoping to just get out of this one unscathed. The leadoff pitch will be taken. Called strike. 0-1 is the count. 0-1 pitch. That will be called a ball. Clockenga having a pretty difficult game here. Gave up 2 runs. Did get out of a bases loaded situation, but
I'm saying I just got offered.
still a little bit scary. Pitch. Called a ball. Ball 2. 2-1 is the count. No outs for the Spartans. Spartans up by 1.
Thank you.
Panthers hoping to keep it that way. 2-1 pitch. Swung on. That will be foul. The count will remain 2-2.
Protect it, Emily.
Oh my god.
That will be swung on. Sent to third. The throw to first will be good. And that will be called for an out. Panthers 2 away here. And that will bring up Lainey Joyce up to bat once again. Panthers have an out recorded. Still down 1, but just trying to minimize damage. Don't let them get any more. The 0-0 pitch will be called for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 2 outs away for the Panthers. Down by 1, but hoping to get some breathing room here. The pitch will be called for a strike. The count is 1-1. Caught looking there. Clockenga definitely looking better. Hasn't allowed a base runner so far with 1 out. The pitch. Swung on. Sent to the third base. And the throw will be successful. That will be out 2 for the Panthers. 1 away. That will bring up Weimer once again. Had a single in the second inning. Has been looking pretty good. Got caught stealing as well, though. But definitely looking dangerous so far. The pitch will be called for a ball in the dirt. Two outs for the Spartans. Hoping to extend their lead. The pitch will be taken. Ball 2. Weimer hoping to get something done here. Clockenga hoping to prevent that. The pitch swung through. That will be called foul. Count is 2-1. 2 outs. 1 remaining for the Panthers. Pitch will be called ball 3. 3-1 is the count. Weimer working the count. Trying to get on base at the very least. Clockenga really hoping to just get out of this, especially after these past 2 innings. The pitch swung on, sent to left, and that will be foul. The count is full, 3-2. 2 outs for the Spartans. Weimer still up to bat. Clockenga really trying to get out of this one.
I would have tripped over the tripod.
Was in some scary spots past 2 innings. Second inning, bases were loaded, managed to get out of it. Third inning, gave up 2. Hoping to just get out of this one unscathed. The pitch will be swung through. That will be called foul. Count remains 3-2. 2 outs for the Spartans, and they still remain up by 1. Once again, hoping to extend it. The payoff. And that will be called for ball 4. A walk for Weimer. Good plate discipline. Gets on base for it. And that will bring up Michaela Rivera. Hoping to get something done here. Hoping it at least advance the runners, if not score. Klockenga walks another. The pitch. Swung through. That will be foul. 0-1 is the count. 2 outs still for the Spartans. Panthers remain 1 away. Still down by 1, the Panthers. Runner on first, starting to get deja vu, getting a little scared here. Hoping to just get out of this inning. The pitch will be taken for ball 1. The count is 1-1. Kayla Rivera so far having a pretty good game for herself. Hoping to keep that going. The pitch swung through. That will be caught, and that will be out 3. Panthers keep the count 2-1. And the Spartans stay up by 1 to start off this 5th inning. Klockenga got out of that inning unscathed, no runs scored. Had a couple scary ones there in previous innings, but looked pretty good there. Definitely hoping to keep that up, especially when you're down 1-2. Panthers hoping to get some runs on the board here. Gabby Sofera will be once again pitching. 2-1. Allowed 1 run last inning, but other than that has been looking pretty good so far. Hoping to keep that score the same, that's for sure. Leading off this top of the first will be Cammie Farland. Hoping to tie that game. The pitch will be called strike 1. Panthers been down. Got a run last inning. Hoping to keep that going, keep more runs on the board. Hopefully get the lead. Pitch swung on. That will be sent foul for strike 2. No balls, two strikes. No outs for the Panthers in this top of the 5th inning. That will be hit. And she'll be called out at first base. The throw to first was successful. And that will bring up Paige to bat. Gabby Sofera gets the out there. Hoping to not repeat what happened last inning. Just get out of the inning quickly. Bailey Page up to bat. The pitch will be taken, ball 1. Spartans up by 1, hoping to keep it that way. The pitch swung on. That will be sent foul. That will be strike 1. 1-1 count. Panthers have an out, but definitely can make something happen here. Tie the game, maybe even take the lead possibly. The pitch. And that will be sent foul once again, and it will be caught. And that will be 2 outs for the Spartans. That out will bring up Jordan Allen. Spartans looking so good so far. Already have the 2 outs. Hoping to get this 3rd one relatively quickly. Panthers hoping to get at least the game back in grasp. The pitch will be called for strike 1. Count is 0-1. Panthers down by 1. Definitely not down and out yet. 1 pitch will be called a ball. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. We called a ball. 2-1. 1 out remaining for the Spartans.
I was about to say the same thing.
They're up by 1.
I thought that was down the middle. Oh, what is in my
Panthers hoping to get something happen here. Bit of an uneventful inning here for them. The pitch will be swung through. Strike 2. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Allen hoping to hit this here. Called a ball.
I think that was
We have a full count.
I just can see it.
Jordan Allen still up to bat here. 2 outs for the Panthers. The pitch will be called outside for a ball. And that will walk Jordan Allen and bring up Weinbrenner. Panthers staying in it. Have a runner on first now. Still 2 outs, but a home run will tie it. The pitch will be called a ball. 1-0. Spartans only 1 away. Have a 1-run lead, but they have allowed 1 runner on base. Definitely not over yet. The 1-0 pitch will be called for strike 1. 1-1 is the count.
Paint it, Gabby, paint it.
The pitch will be called for strike 2.
Good strike.
Weinbrenner here, down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the Panthers. Boardman only 1 away. Runner on first. The 1-2 pitch will be called for strike 3. And the Spartans will once again get out of an inning unscathed. The score will remain 2-1 Spartans.
What were you on? Me?
Going into this bottom of the 5th inning.
Okay. Bottom of the 5th. How's Diego's commentating? That's what I expected. He's the goat.
Clock and go. Once again, we'll be taking the mound for the Panthers. Last inning was able to get out unscathed, but inning before allowed 2 runs. And then in the 2nd inning, got out of a bases loaded situation. Looking to not let that happen again and hopefully get a quick bottom of the 5th inning. Up to bat for the Spartans, it will be Rudge. She's looked pretty good this game. The pitch will be called for strike 1. Addie Rudge looked pretty good so far this season. Recorded 4 triples. 4 triples. Very impressive. I mean, whew. 4 triples as well and 8 hits. Half of her hits have been triples. I mean, she's definitely got power. That will be called for a ball. 1-1 is the count. No outs for the Spartans. The 1-1 pitch will be called for a ball. That makes it 2-1. No outs for the Spartans. Up by 1 here. Panthers hoping to not give up any more. Full count. There's no outs for the Spartans. Klakenga finding herself in this position once again. The pitch. We swung on. Sent to left field. That will be called fair. Rudge running to second. No outs for the Spartans. They have a runner on second. The pitch will be called a ball. 1-0 is the count. Looking pretty good so far. Have a runner on second. No outs either. Hoping to get something done. The pitch. We swung on. Caught. Sent to first base. The runner will advance to third. And that will be an out for the Spartans, but they do have a runner on third now.
Good job, Addie.
Jocelyn Torres will be the next up to step into the box. Spartans now have a runner on third. 1 out for the Spartans and 2 remaining for the Panthers. The 0 pitch will be called ball. Runner remains safe on third.
Zach, you might be old. You're breathing like an old man. I know.
Jocelyn Torres leading the Spartans in hits with 9 on the season. Very dangerous spot for the Panthers. The pitch will be bunted, and the runner will be safe at home. Jocelyn will remain at first base, and the Spartans will go up by 2. The score is 3-1 Spartans. Jocelyn, great bunt. Makes it to first and also scores the runner. 1 out for the Spartans here. Still have a good amount of chances here to extend their lead even further in this bottom of the 5th inning. Panthers, definitely not an ideal situation. Letting up another run. The pitch will be called ball. The runner at first will remain. Klakenga now has allowed 3 runs in these 5 innings. Having a bit of a tough outing today so far. Hoping to at least get out of this inning unscathed. That ball will be sent foul. And the count will be 1-1. Spartans up by 2 now. Only 1 out in this bottom of the 5th. Counts 1-1. Kovacic batting now for them. That will be called a ball. Jocelyn will remain on first. Kovacic also having a pretty good game for herself here. And now in a pretty good position here to hopefully extend that lead even further. The pitch will be called for strike. And that will make it 2-2 the count. 2 outs remaining for the Panthers. And now they find themselves at a 3-1 deficit. The pitch will be in the dirt. Called a ball. It'll get loose from the catcher. And Jocelyn will advance to second. Spartans now have a runner on second. Only an out. Count is full. And Kovacic has a great chance here to hopefully extend that lead even further. I mean, ooh. Definitely a great chance here. The pitch. We swung on. Sent to left field. That will be fair. And Jocelyn will be running to home base. Kovacic will make it to second, and that will be another run for the Boardman Spartans. Only 1 out. The score will be 4-1. Spartans here really getting some stuff done. Only an out left, or only 1 out.
Okay, that's what I did.
Olkich batting in the run. That's an RBI. The pitch. We swung on. Sent to the shortstop. It'll be thrown to first. Called out. That will be out too. Thames failing to get anything done there, but can't complain when you're scored 2 runs in this inning.
Emily, what do you say, girl? Come on, Emily, bring her home. We don't stop here. Let's
Stepping
go.
up to bat now, Emily Swantek. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs for the Spartans, 1 away for the Panthers. And the Spartans find themselves up by 3. That will be called ball 1. The 1-0 pitch will be called for strike. That'll make the count 1-1. Spartans, 2 outs. Runner on second. Have scored 2 this inning. And Klockenga gives up another run. Swung on. Sent foul, and it will be caught for out 3. Klockenga gets out of the inning, does give up 2. And the Panthers now find themselves down by 3 going in the top of the 6th inning.
I was saying this inning and then the next one. Oh my.
Spartans will put up another 2 runs in that bottom of the 5th inning. Going into the top of the 6th, looking good. Certainly extended the lead. Panthers now even have a taller mountain to climb here if they want to get this win.
Walk in, Diego.
Gabby Safera will be pitching once again for the Boardman Spartans here in this top of the 6th inning. She's only allowed 1 run so far. Looking pretty good. Up to bat now for the Panthers will be Sage Rankin. Looked pretty good so far this game.
Give me an out.
Hoping to cut this lead down a little bit. And the pitch, we called for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. No outs for the Panthers. Top of the 6th inning.
Come on, 5.
Panthers don't have too many more chances left. Need to capitalize here while they can. That will be called ball 2. Rankin at the plate.
Let's go.
Up in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 pitch. Will be called for a strike. 2-1. Still up in the count.
Paint it again.
Gabby Safera hoping to get some strikes on the board. The pitch will be swung on. Sent foul. That'll make the count 2-2. Gabby Safera through 6 innings, only 1 run allowed. Couple scary moments, but has gotten away with it relatively unscathed. The pitch will be sent to the second base. Thrown to first, will be called out, and that will be out 1 for the Panthers. Spartans find themselves 2 away. It will be Skylar Young up to bat for the Panthers now. Spartans 2 away here. The pitch will be called for a strike. 0-1. Skylar Young, not had a bad game so far. Hoping to definitely open it up, get some hits in. cut this lead down for sure. That'll be called a strike. 0-2 is the count. Young finding herself down in the count now. 1 out for the Panthers. The pitch will be swung on. That'll be sent foul. The count will remain 0-2. Young staying in the game still. I mean, when you're down in the count like this, it's hard to come back. Definitely not impossible, though. And right now is definitely when you need to come back. That'll be called for a ball. 1-2 is the count. Panthers only have an out. Down by 3. Definitely in a tight position here in this top of the 6th inning. The pitch will be swung on. And that will be called strike 3. 2 outs for the Panthers. And the Spartans are 1 away now. Up to bat now for the Panthers is Cassidy Perry. Tight position here. Top of the 6th inning. You have 2 outs. Swung on. That will be called foul. And you're down by 3. Panthers here definitely need a rally if they want to beat the Spartans now.
Let's go, Gabby.
The 0-1 pitch will be called for a ball inside. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs for the Panthers. 1 remain for the Spartans. Spartans up by 3. Hoping to keep it that way. Get out of this inning and go into the next, hoping to put on some more runs. Pitch will be called outside for ball 2.
Let's go, Gabs. Make her a hitter.
Perry here. Up in the count.
Infield, give me an out.
The pitch will be swung on. That'll be sent foul. It will be caught for out 3. And that will take us to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score remains 4-1 Spartans. And the Panthers now find themselves with one last chance to get this lead back, as the Spartans will begin pitching at the bottom of the 6th.
Hop up, fly. Bottom of the 6th. The bottom of the 7th, doesn't it? We don't. I think the bottom of the 7th is the last score. Again,
Panthers here finding themselves down by 3, bottom of the 6th. They have one more chance to get this game back. They will be putting in Cassidy Perry to pitch relief here, hoping to cut this Spartan team off, keep them at 4, keep that deficit by 3, and hopefully come back in the top of the 7th and get those runs back. Cassidy Perry has pitched this season. She's recorded a 3.18 ERA so far. She's allowed 6 runs and has 10 strikeouts recorded on the season. Klokenga had a bit of a tough time this game, so you're definitely hoping to get a bit more out of Perry here. Again, keep that lead to where it is. Don't give up any more runs, and hopefully go into the top of the 7th, having still a decent chance here.
I like it over. There's literally one left-handed batter.
Up to bat now for the Spartans. Lainey Joyce to lead off this top of the 6th inning. The pitch will be called for strike 1. Cassidy Perry is taking up the pitching. And this top of the 6th inning for the Panthers. Coming in with a deficit, hoping to keep the score the same. That will be called for a ball. 1-1 is the count. No outs for the Spartans.
Come on,
Lainey Joyce not doing too bad for herself this game. The pitch will be called for a ball. 2-1. Joyce so far, 5 hits this season. Sorry, 3 hits this season. 3 runs scored. She will swing at that. 2-2 is the count. That will be called a strike. Perry, hoping to just keep the score where it is. Don't allow any runs. Get into the next inning easy. Joyce will foul that off. That will keep the count the same. 2-2. No outs for the Spartans. The pitch swung on. That will be foul. Count remains the same. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on. That'll be sent foul, and it will be caught. That will be out 1. Joyce pops out to right field. Panthers now 2 away, and that will bring Weimer up to plate. 1 out for the Spartans. They're up by 3, hoping to put some more runs on the board. Really seal this game. Perry with the pitch. That will be called for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Weimer has looked very good this game. Performed very well. Now that pitch will be called a ball. Weimer been able to score a run so far. Been able to get that bat to the ball. The pitch will be swung through. That will be called for strike 1. 1-1 is the count. Spartans have 1 out so far. The pitch will be swung on once again. Sent foul. And that will take the count to 1-2. Perry so far not looking too bad. Has an out. Hoping to get another here. The pitch will be called for ball 2, for ball 3. Full count here in this bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch swung on, sent to right field. They're sizing it up, and it will be caught for out 2. Panthers now 1 away. That will bring up Michaela Rivera to bat. Panthers are 1 away here. Spartans hoping to get some runs on the board. Up by 3, but can never be up by too many runs. The pitch. That will be swung through for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. Perry with the 0-1 pitch. That will be swung on, sent to right field, and that will be caught. That will be out 3. A quick inning for Cassidy Perry, and that will bring up the top of the 7th. Spartans hoping to end off this game. Not having to go to the bottom of the 7th, just get it over with quick and easy here in this top of the 7th inning.
Please remind me that I have this battery in my pocket. Okay. Because I remember I undid a pack, and then I forgot the battery was in my pocket, and I took it home. Last inning is the next game.
For the Spartans, it will be Gabby Safaro once again pitching in this top of the 7th inning, closing for the Spartans. Hoping to just not allow any runs, get out of this inning, win the game. Only allowed 1 run so far, Gabby Safera, looking pretty good and hoping to continue that. The Panthers in quite the situation here, down by 3. It'll be Chloe White batting, starting off this top of the 7th. And Gabby Safera once again on the mound here. The pitch will be called for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Chloe White doesn't seem too happy with that call. Can't blame her. That will make it 0-1. No outs. The pitch. We will be in the dirt for ball 1. Panthers' last chance here to at least tie the game. Take it to the bottom of the 7th, get a chance here. They're down by 3. The pitch swung on, that will be sent to right field. It will be caught for out 1. Spartans two outs away from winning this game. Gabby Safera still pitching. Still has only allowed 1 run this game. Now up to bat for the Panthers, Wayman. In a tight spot here. You're down by 3. Just needing to get that tie. And that will be called for ball 1. Just going to even the count. Take it to a bottom of the 7th inning and hopefully get to a top of the 8th. 1-0's the count. The pitch swung.
Oh,
Ball will end up in the right field. Called foul. 1-1 is the count. 1 out for the Panthers. Spartans 2 away from winning this game. Gabby Safera with the pitch. That will be called down. That will be ball 2. The count is 2-1. 2 outs remaining for the Spartans. Wayman still up to bat. The pitch. We called a ball. The count is 3-1. 1 out for the Panthers here. Up in the count. Wayman, good chance here of at least getting on base. Payoff. Swung on. That'll be sent to right field. That's going back there. It'll be down. Wayman will dig into second base. And the Panthers have a runner on second with only 1 out. I mean, that was a great swing. Again to right field. A lot of right field hits we've seen from the Panthers, and clearly it's working. Runner on second. That'll bring up Farland. To bat here. Runner on second, in scoring position. Panthers still only have 1 out. The pitch will be called for a strike. Count was 1-1. Panthers in a tight spot here. They need some magic. Down by 3. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on. That'll be sent foul. And the count will be 1-2. 1 out for the Panthers. 2 remain for the Spartans. Spartans 2 outs away from winning this game. The pitch. And that will be taken for strike 3. 1 out remaining for the Spartans. The Panthers have 2 outs now. 1 more out, and I mean, that's the game. Scary position here. Page is up. The pitch will be called for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. Runner still on second for the Panthers. Gabby Safaro still only allowed 1 run. Hoping to just get this game done. The pitch, we swung on. That'll end up foul. 2 strikes, no balls. And the Panthers 1 strike away here from losing this game.
I'm assuming they're probably just gonna crowd the pitcher.
The pitch will be called for ball 1. 1-2 count.
What's that, 2-1?
1 out remaining for the Spartans. Panthers 1 strike away from losing this game. The 1-2 pitch will be called for foul. The count will remain the same. And Page is working the count.
There's like not enough
Panthers
excitement to the game.
definitely need some magic here. They do have the runner on second. Gabby Safaro with the pitch. We called ball, 2-2. You know, when you're pitching these at-bats, you're so close to winning the game and they just feel like they take an eternity. Just hoping to get out. Sometimes it just feels like you're going forever. The pitch will be swung through. That'll be called foul. Count will remain the same, 2-2. 2 outs for the Panthers. Still 1 strike away from losing, but 1 hit away from getting back the game, that's for sure.
Come on, Gabby.
The pitch will be once again called foul. The count will remain 2-2. 2 outs for the Panthers. They're down by 3. They do have the runner on second base still. The 2-2 pitch will be called for strike 3, and the Spartans will win this game. And the Panthers will be going home with a loss.
They didn't celebrate. They just won.
And that will be it for this contest between the Boardman Spartans and the Manchester Panthers. Thank you for tuning in, everyone, to this first ever BSTN softball game, and thank you for watching.